Reg Bloor, welcome to Meat Kingdom.
Hello.
We're doing lasagna tonight in your honor.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
So, Reg, I got to kind of know you over social because you would start commenting on the stupid shit that I would post. They were so funny, and like within like 3 words, you would make something just amazing. And I was like, we have to get this girl on Meat Kingdom. So we're doing this girl tonight. Her name is Reg Bloor, and she's a vegetarian. So it's kind of like it's a Meat Kingdom, but we're just not making meat.
It's a metaphor because meat can also refer to like the good bit.
The good bit? What does that mean?
Well, like a good idea. Like if you use it figuratively, well, that's the meat of the subject.
I just heard her a second ago.
Okay.
She said that Aqua Teen is really funny.
Oh.
Yeah, she said it sucks. And she said that if you weren't paying her to be here, then she wouldn't be doing this.
Ronnie, you're not taking the show over. I knew that Chrome didn't have permission.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you have to give it permission, Matt, because you're the permission giver.
Well, I gave it permission. And for some reason, you shut it off for Reg. So.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're still waiting on your wife to notarize the paperwork for the permission to Chrome.
Well, she's too busy talking to 12 countries.
I know. She's so busy. There's so many countries, and there's new ones every day.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good. The weather's great here. We're just hanging out. Made some lasagna. I'll show it to you in a minute. It's on the grill. We're grilling it.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And this guy, Ronnie, we don't know who he is. He just like
I hacked my way.
Photobombed. Have you heard of the Aqua Teen podcast that Ronnie does?
Yeah. I just listened to the interview you did.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Which one? He's got 100.
Yeah. Look, Ronnie's drinking propane. Show that again.
I'm a gas man. Propane tank right here. I run on the stuff.
I have a shirt very similar to that.
What about my shirt, Matt?
Wow, I've never seen that shirt. Where'd you
it's
get
brand
that?
new.
Is it brand new?
It's from the Salvation Army.
Salvation Army, really?
Yeah, they didn't want it.
Yeah, John seems to have one too. He must have gone to the same place.
Yeah, we shop at the same store together.
Together, yeah. You're
Yeah.
in Minnesota, we're in Atlanta. So how does that work?
We meet up halfway, like in Kentucky.
Bowling Green's where Corvettes are made.
Bowling Green, I have to tell you, is where we recorded the 12-ounce mouse theme, the original.
Oh,
Yeah. And apparently,
that is my favorite of all of the Adult Swim shows.
I'm just sauteing this,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to add that.
Okay. Mise en place.
Yeah, that. And we're not doing any meat. So, Reg, we love your guitar work.
Oh, thank you.
I have to ask you about gear, because I'm a gear nut. You tend to play Gibsons. What's your go-to guitar?
I have a 70 Les Paul Custom.
Is that the red one that you played?
Yeah, the Cherry Sunburst.
Yeah. And then that one that you have that's like 2 guitars that have been like morphed like from Centipede.
That's a harmonic.
That one is stupid. I mean, have you heard that shit, Ronnie?
Yeah, don't they sell those at Guitar Center just like that? You just pick them up,
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
pre-built.
You get them at Target.
Yeah, you can get them at Target. Yeah, I was kind of Reg. Do you know what an EBO is?
Yeah, I'm not.
I was kind of wondering what that would sound like on that guitar. Not so good.
Not into EPOs.
Yeah, nobody.
It's about harmonics.
It is about harmonics. I'm so curious to know like, where do you get your tone? Is it from the amp? Do you have pedals?
I just overdrive everything. Um, on those videos, I'm even overdriving the DAW, and I'm overdriving OBS. I'm just overdriving everything. Um, I do on the regular guitar stuff, not the harmonics guitar. I do use a harmonizer just for a bit of a texture. I don't actually use it for harmony, just a little extra screech. But I'm not a big pedal person.
Ronnie's a big pedal person. He needs pedals.
I'm not.
So like,
I don't own any pedals.
so Ronnie plays, Reg plays, I play, but John doesn't play, so he's the odd man out.
He's the singer of our band.
Yeah, he's the lead singer.
I had a friend in college who described herself as the naked tambourine girl because she knew nothing about music. And I was fine with her taking that role because otherwise it would have been me.
Yeah.
I'm not a girl.
I wanted to show Reg. I got to do a voice on Aqua Teen, so I bought this guitar with the money. But it's only got one body on it, so you'll be a little bored by it. But it's pretty sweet.
So what are you making? We're going to make a white bechamel sauce. My dad told me someday I'll learn how to get butter out without touching it. Today's not that day.
What's the dumbest trailer you've seen recently?
Dumbest trailer?
Yeah, the trailer that's made you say, "What? Who funded this?"
I love trailers. Trailers are mini movies.
No. Have you seen the trailer for Sneaks?
No.
Okay, you're missing out on the worst trailer ever made.
I like to use coffee creamer instead of whole milk
Yeah,
because it's
thicker.
it reminds me of coffee. Not really. Not really.
No, it doesn't.
Far from it.
It's just you can't afford milk. It's gonna be so good. So after we make this, I'm gonna FedEx a piece to Reg. Wow, the fire! Look at that fire's going right under my camera.
Yeah.
Did you hear George Wendt passed away?
George who?
Norm from Cheer.
Yeah, I heard about that. I never saw that show. I don't watch TV.
Steve I wrote me and said, "Stop making videos." Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, because Steve Vai kept sending you DMCA takedowns, but he's afraid to send Reg one. So I don't understand why, because she's a lot more popular of a guitar player than either of us are, but
Yeah.
that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Okay, Reg, I'm going to show you the lasagna. I have a cable puller. Can you see us? We're making this from scratch, and we're grilling it. Let me see if I can get a good shot of it. Oh my God, this is so good. We're going to mail you a piece of it. So you have to send us your address. So I read once that you were like kind of a big Aqua Teen fan.
Every single little thing about it was funny. That was the thing about that show. Like, it didn't just like have jokes in it. Like, even the sound effects were funny. The way the characters moved was funny. Like, every little detail was funny. That was the big thing that set that apart. Was every morsel of the show was funny.
My favorite part was the sound design, because you could go in and do anything because you're working with nothing. Ronnie was a big influence on it.
Yeah. When I was 5 years old, I got to see the first cut of it, and there was no sound at all. And I was like, guys, what are you doing here? Rugrats has sound. Dexter's Lab has sound. You guys got to put some sound in this. And then sure enough, the rest is history. They slapped some hamburger meat or whatever they did, and then it was good.
Yeah.
A tiny anecdote about the sound design. When they were building the ambience for the neighborhood exteriors, Matt worked with the first guy, Roy, and if you listen very carefully, there's a gunshot periodically, and then dogs barking,
Yeah.
and then police sirens. It's very faint, but it's buried in the mix.
What is behind you, Reg? I see an arm.
There's an arm. There's a Space Ghost Funko Pop, of course. There's a bunch of DVDs, some of which you will recognize. There's some toys.
Reg, your latest video with the tree and the hands and the blood. Tell us about that. How'd that go?
That was made by Mark Borchardt, who was best known as the subject of the film American Movie. And he had posted on Twitter that he was available for video, so I hired him.
Cool.
I forgot about American Movie. Is he the guy who released the 20-minute VHS Coven?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. I think I'm the only person I know who has that VHS. Oh, two people.
Right.
You have it. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Ronnie's afraid to buy it because
It's
he
haunted.
thinks it's gonna wake up in the middle of the night and like work on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean
can't
by
have
work
that.
on you?
I know. It's happened twice before, and I said no more. 2
Yeah.
times is my limit. Well, hey, I have a game we could play that I thought up. Well, it's called Never Have I Ever Worked with David Bowie Before. So if you have worked with David Bowie before, then you tell us about it.
Okay,
So
I
I
think only
haven't.
one of us. I think only one of us is going to win this.
John? No?
I-
You did. Oh my God. We've played this every time and nobody's ever had an answer before. Finally, it pays off.
I don't know if you know, I worked with Glenn Branca for many years. And the first project I worked on with him was music for a Tony Auersler installation for Expo 2000. And Bowie did the vocals and Glenn did sort of sequenced orchestral tracks, and I played guitar over it. And I don't know if you're familiar with Tony's work, but he does these projections. So he had these huge orbs that he was going to project Bowie's face onto, reading this like cut up poetry. And so I did like an improvisation, and Bowie. I was there when Bowie did his takes. They had to hold his face in this apparatus to hold it still, which couldn't have been comfortable, but he was fine. And he was telling jokes the whole time, and it was great. It didn't end up being used in Expo 2000, but I did find the master tape recently and gave it to Tony, so something may happen with it, but I don't know.
That's so
You should
cool.
put it on Meet Kingdom.
What do you like? What do you listen to?
I like, well, like I said, I played with Glenn Branca for many years, so he was obvious influence. A lot of no wave. I like Killing Joke. I like what else? Melt Banana.
What kind of tunings do you gravitate towards?
For the Les Paul, it's just standard tuning. With the harmonics guitar, I kind of figure out a tuning on the fly. I'm actually in the process. I just got a grant to build 2x4 third bridge harmonics guitars. Yeah, so I will be posting videos building those. So what's happening with Shred
So
Force?
right now there is a outfit in Los Angeles who is funding my buddy Matt Danner's show. Hopefully soon get funding to make shorts and put them on YouTube and make a Shred Force channel. Weird. I got Dragon Force to do the music at the time, and is that when I was talking to them, they're just like video game nerds and Atari, and they love cartoons, and they're like, yeah, of course we'll do this thing. It was just so refreshing. And I found that with a lot of the musicians that would ever get on Aqua Teen, is that even like Zach Wilde, who's like this like muscular in your face, sweaty, you can't see his face because of all the hair, but the second you say, do you want to be in a cartoon? He's like, yes. Yeah. And then you hang out with him and he records a bunch of stuff and he's having fun, and his demeanor changes instantly.
Yeah. Well, Matt, can I ask you, because that Zach Wilde was in Spirit Journey Formation Anniversary, which is one of my favorite episodes as a kid because it's so music based and there's like
And I
Rush
sang
references.
it. Do you know I sang that?
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna ask. You did the
Yeah.
voice on that. You did the Geddy Lee, the deep
I did.
within the womb.
Deep within the womb of time, a creature does be born. The seed of life is united with the egg of tyranny.
So,
I did.
can you talk about that record session? Like, I'm so interested in how you guys like came up with that song because I know that Zach did like just riffing and then you sang over it.
Can't do it now because I was younger then. Deep within
You
the
didn't
womb
you didn't
of
hit
time.
puberty yet.
It was so terrible. I think I just made sure nobody was looking at me. And Dave and I always write all the words to all the music we ever make. Even with Mastodon, like we didn't make the music, but we wrote the words. And same thing with Spirit Journey. We just like tried to fit the most uncadenced portion of words into a melody. And we just go in there and try to have fun with it. And that was the only time I never went through a pitch shifter. Like when I do
Right.
I'm like going like, yeah, fuck y'all, But the cool thing about like with Mastodon, like for that movie, Dave and I wrote all the music, all the words, but we had no idea what the music was going to be. And they were forcing our lyrics into a rhythm that may work or may not.
That reminds me, the Party All the Time with Andrew WK.
I did all the music for that.
And then he recorded it, and then afterwards he's like, "Can I put this on my album?"
We're like, no.
Yeah, he's known for that song now. Like outside of
know.
Aqua Teen,
You're like,
that's
you're
like
such
probably
a
his
hack.
most popular song.
My favorite though. That whole episode.
Reg, you do all your own artwork? I see your art all over Instagram. Yeah,
I do, yeah.
it's cool.
My little thick man.
Yeah, it's cool. What's your next thing? What are you playing next, or what are you doing next?
My next thing is not definite, so I can't talk about it yet. But I'm building harmonics guitars, and there's a possibility of putting on a symphony for 100 guitars, but I'm not. It's not definite yet. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. But this one, it looks close.
All right, cool. Ronnie's working on something he can't talk about. It involves toys that come to life.
Yeah. There's a cowboy, and there's a spaceman toy, and that's about all I could say about it.
Yeah. We've never seen that.
It's brand new.
What is that meat wad? Is that a meat wad you have over there in the?
This?
Yeah.
I don't know. This when I bought my house, this was like it came with it. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm like, well, it's free.
There was an
so.
Indian that warned you to not turn it on as well.
Yeah, he said never plug this in,
Yeah.
or you'll
Yeah.
be cursed. So I
Does your
plugged it
TV
in. and-
turn on at night, like by itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it goes to subscription services that I'm not even subscribed to, like Paramount Plus. I don't have that, and it tries to log into it. I'm like, I don't have a login for that. What the hell's going on here? Go to Netflix or HBO Max. Not. So I don't know.
Is that a bomb back there on the wall? Is that
Yeah,
a
that's
device? What is that?
once Disney finds out I'm ripping off Toy Story, I figure this is the best way that I can just kind of hit the road, so to speak, is just to.
Louisa.
So, Reg, your amps. Talk to me about your amps.
When I need a big amp, I've got a Marshall JCM 800. When I'm playing solo, most of the time I just use like a Squire 15 if I'm not playing with a live drummer. I prefer the sound of the JCM 800, but it's big and heavy and not necessary most of the time.
Yeah, Ronnie's a big plug-in fan. He's like, plug in or nothing.
Yeah, that's because I don't have any money for pedals, Matt. So thanks for telling everyone about my financial situation.
I've had stuff used in films, and I did do a little bit of music for Mothman Prophecies when I was working with Glenn.
Really?
I wasn't credited.
The Richard
Yeah.
Gere movie?
They put it underneath a bridge. Yeah,
Wow.
That movie's so creepy.
they put it underneath the bridge falling down. You can't hear it, but I did play on that. It paid off my student.
That's amazing. I love that movie.
Well, it's foreshadowed, and then it happens. I mean, that bridge falls down like 3 times at least, right?
Only the first time you watch it. The second time you watch it, it doesn't fall down.
It's like one of those old records where they would have like 2 sets of grooves. So depending on where you drop the needle is like what you would hear. It's like a movie where you. It's like Clue when they put it out in theaters, where it was like a different ending depending on the theater.
Because Tom and Andy did the score, and I guess they used a clip from Symphony No. 6 on the temp track, and they didn't know how to recreate it, so they flew us out to recreate it. And then I've had some music, already existing music, used in like Troma and Troma adjacent movies.
Which ones?
Terra Firma, Shakespeare's Shitstorm, and then there's people who are kind of Troma related. There was a film called Pizza Guy 8, and a short film called The Triangular Door that I'm actually in, and my music is in it.
Did you ever see Tromeo and Juliet?
Yes.
That's a classic. It has Lemmy from Motorhead. Yeah, he's in the beginning narrating.
Reg, I've heard that your favorite film is Evil Dead 2. Is this correct?
That is correct, yeah.
Well, Matt, I believe you've worked with Mr. Bruce Campbell before.
He was in Darkman. I worked on Dark.
And he was in the Aqua Teen movie.
He was in the Aqua Teen movie as well. He played Chicken Biddle.
Chicken Biddle.
Reg, we've had so much fun talking to you. Thanks so much for being on our show.
It's awesome getting to talk to you. I'm such a huge fan of your show. So.
Thank you. Thanks, Ronnie, for hanging out. And thanks, Reg. You guys have a good evening. And I'll let you know when this is coming out.
Yes, please. Oh.
That's the outro.
That's the outro. Right, y'all have a good night. Thank you.
All right, bye. It was nice to meet you, Reg.
Yeah. Nice meeting
Bye-bye.
you.
Might not be the best light.
No, that's amazing light. It's so not bright.
Sarcasm.
Right, so we are adding. Oh my god, this looks really good.
Oh, it really.
Just adding a final bit of cheese.
When I covered it like 40 minutes ago, it did not look like that at all.
Okay. Let's see what happens, right? Cheese, the cheese, the cheese, the cheese.
That's a sharp cheese.
This is a bright light.
Oh, too much light.
That's all right. So use your hands to grab that. No, keep it covered. Keep it covered. Perfect. All right, cool. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, go for it.
Because I'm absolutely about to cut through this stuff. This foil.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I was doubting you on the oven-ready pasta, but that is soft. That is so soft. The sauces came in. And also, this is a lot. So we're eating a quarter, because that's what I cut.
Yeah.
We can go smaller.
Yeah, you can. No, that's good. You can take the other half to your brother.
When there's no meat. It looks like a collapsed building, but it's a but it's a collapsed building that's
It's perfect.